Now Fluffy Aimers, see what they can bring as well. I'm nervous.
I'm antsy. Carpe Diem starting on the T side this time around. Started on the CT side of Vertigo. What are the investments that we're going to see in this pistol round? Double dually super soldiers for Fluffy Aimers. Intra and Pendulum, the ones with those weapons. P250 for Lake, also a super soldier with sets of utilities spread apart on Micro and Wiz. 2 smokes, a Molotov, and a flash sets up a very nice pop play in towards B. We have a lurk towards A and Arcade. He's in the halls, but it's too aggressive. Actually, he's in alt middle, excuse me. Play coming through short. There's 2 players here. It's Jason, it's Sacrifice. 2 USBs on the site can have to use range to their advantage. Jason, a good start, but Arcade and Seb find kills in response. The lurk, and now both players on B unseated. The last one smoked off towards Coffin, trying to jump up, trying to find anything, but he won't find any respite. Intra is the last alive now. He had a solid first map, and he already has 1 on the board. He needs to find 3 more and a defuse to take this pistol.
Yeah, it's not easy at all. Okay, it's going to make it a little bit quicker, though. And these dualies, now they're starting to be able to find multi-kills. Oh, my goodness. Down to the 1v1 Arcade, coming all the way from CT spawn. And I think he might have just spotted Inch. This could be huge. Now he's clearing things up. He knows this player needs to be close on by, but doesn't have that kit. Sticking the defuse, and he's going to get slaughtered. But my goodness, man. I can't believe it came down to that situation again.
It's unreal. He might have still been flying for that second kill towards Dark. That was a crazy follow-up with the dualies. The first kill was already nuts. The second one was unreal. And he had an inkling, the right inkling eventually, about the play coming through from that lurk. The issue was he was a little too slow on pickup, a little bit too paranoid at the banana press late, and then a little bit too cocksure on the stick. He cleared out banana. Regardless, it was a nice attempt from the Aimers. Carpe Diem lucky to escape with that round. Again, tremendous individual performance, tremendous hat trick from Intra, who again is coming out the gate swinging in the second of 1.
Well, definitely costly, but now Carpe Diem are going to have these mullis out. He's going to have to get out of this. Is able to escape for now, but Max still getting close. Get that bracket control. Finally going to get picked up as well. Jason looked like he was kind of teasing this idea. Let's have the Zeus. All right, he's gone. He's a dead man. And no, their B site's going to be open. Carpe Diem, they're going to have this one in the bag, surely. And now you can see Fluffers are just kind of risking the the coin flip on this. And unfortunately, it was tails.
That's what you have to do with just pistols. Nothing invested it. Barring that, was there a Zeus perhaps for Jason?
Was. He's trying to be Rops.
Trying to be Rops. The issue is this is online, also not Europe, and also ECL, and also at North America, and also not FaZe. So a lot of disparities. Mac 10 hunting for something. Didn't live long though. Maybe a second kill before falling. Maybe a third kill before falling. Okay, he can be happy with that. Mac 10 relatively useless going into round number 3. Micro gonna try his hand at hunting now with an SMG, looking for one of the final 2. Pendulum and Fit. Clear C on sight. Mac 10 spamming. Wiz needs to be careful. Micro will get one. A second. Oh, he does get the 180. There are few 180s thus far in the series. The one that comes to mind is that 1 versus 4 to 1 versus 1 from Sacrifice on Vertigo. That one from Micro there in round number 2 here of Inferno. I'm not sure I'd call it, I don't know if it was a 180 or not, but the fast flick while flying on those dual pistol as well. A lot of flashy plays this evening.
Yeah, it's been definitely some big highlights in terms of some individual plays for sure. But like you said, I mean, I love that hunt though from Carpe Diem too. The fact that they actually just committed Mac 10s, get that extra money. I mean, that Mac 10 would have been really useless for the gamers, but at the same time, nice that they can stat pad and get some extra coin. Why not? And they do still have Wiz and Lake here with the Mac Daddies, and see what they're going to do with this. And Jason maybe going to get overwhelmed here. Doesn't look like a bit of an exchange, pretty much. 1 damage differential.
Did the Mac 10 do more damage in that range? That's crazy.
It did, which is kind of insane. Micro, hello? You are popping off.
Down. Both headshots. Shuts down Intra. Get it highlighted. Jason on the balcony has a lot to do. He has support at least, but Don't have enough ammo between them. Jason won another double in response. He's on for the ace despite the low HP. Lake can also go find an upgrade for his Mac 10. And Delirious in 1v3 with only an MP9. He can probably get that M4 towards Arch. But even then, it should be a save.
Yeah, this is definitely the right call. I mean, despite these players being really low, I mean, it just doesn't make any sense at all. So this is a good call right now coming in from Learsey. But some good work coming in from Carpe Diem, though. I mean, again, we talk about, you know, the stats kind of paint picture a little bit, but typically for Carpe Diem, this isn't their best side being on T side. I mean, now they're going to be starting things off with a nice 3-0. That's a nice little bit of a buffer. But what do we see from the fluffy aimers? This is not going to be an easy situation because their money, you know, let's be honest, it's not good. It's not great. It's not something you want to talk about. But do they force it?
That's what I want to talk about, and therefore I won't. I'm just kidding. They're going to try something to Pierce. Sacrifice going to the MP9. He could sell it. This might be a good time to use a timeout. Actually, the round following probably would be more ideal. Gonna see. I'm gonna call it a half buy. Sacrifice still has 1050 in the bank. He's the lowest. There's at 1300, but everybody else sitting at or about the 2K mark. That means they can scrounge together something in the next. But ideally, they get a rifle or two here in this round, and either A, win it outright, or B, save it for the following. We'll have to see how they play their cards. Clearly taking point with the rifle. I respect it. All these things have Kevlar, so they can pick up the rifle and try after he falls. Carpe Diem, the heavy lean towards banana. Now Learsey's locked in and alone with an M4 in a corner. It's dropped. It's not recoverable, and that is disastrous. That's exactly what you don't want to see if you're a Fluffy Aimers player.
Yeah, that's such good utility work coming from Carpe Diem. That flash honestly opened everything up because you can see the player was just playing right behind Sadbag. The timing of that, oh, you're just going to be kicking yourself right now if you're a Fluffy Aimer because those are the worst situations to be in. Trying to get some good groundwork, but you get punished for it. And now look at the positioning from the CTs. They have played the 2-1, and it's a deagle to kind of lock things here on Arch. Now actually retreat this and just go for the 3-player stun. It actually looks like it could be a good inkling on this. The ball's actually making its way. Carpe Diem, they're not going to really mess with us too, Nate. I mean, they're just going to commit as a group.
Right call from Fluffers. You have to gamble in a 3 versus 5, especially when your weaponry is less than ideal. Clean start though for 11 point, just going for contact. Micro, a double team kill. To find that one, Jason doesn't find anything to sandbag or from the coffins, excuse me, but you don't see a double team kill very often. Micro,
Yeah,
how
just trying to bring the score down.
Just
trying to bring the score down, you know, 7-1. Bring it down a notch.
I mean, technically, does it subtract kills for team kills in Face It? It must.
I think, yeah, I believe it did. It should.
So is he at 11 kills now if you include both of his teammates?
Well, you know, he's popping off. Almost say double digits for sure. But, all right, big round though. Ops out. We'll see what Fluffy Aimers, my apologies, can bring a little bit to the table for this one. And I mean, this is where we do see sometimes when the big green comes out, it can really open up a lot here. Learsey gonna actually give up his position. A sacrifice, a nice little bit of a double through the smoke. Some good timing. Their
spam through smoke has been impeccable. It was the same on Vertigo, specifically towards B. Pendulum, you mentioned to the op, it was over towards an extremity. That was long haul. It picks apart a third. Wiz and Lake, the last pair. One is up Arch, intra timing, but Fluffy Aimers know it's a possibility. You can see Sacrifice slowly clearing everything out. Second with the bomb on the back is Wiz. He's over towards tree. Banana. And Lake, not long for the world. Eyes up, taken down. The last alive is Wiz. And they know where he is. He threw a Molotov. They're all enclosing him at this stage. Let's try to take a duel. He does find the first, but the rotation's already in. Trying to spam the smoke, but we know Fluffy Gamers have the spam down pat. You should not be long for this world.
Well, he's got the bomb down, which is huge. And now if these players go 1-by-1, this could be a little bit scary, but no, Sacrifice is going to get done. Nice round from him. That's a quad kill to this round to get themselves removed to the goose egg. And nice reaction coming in. And I mean, that was to start off with the double kill through the smoke. And that was a very interesting timing because they're just throwing a bit of utility, biding some time. But Carpe Diem, they just ran right into the crosshair, but plenty of cash. And now we're going to see that op going to be back on the field for these guys. We'll see what Wiz can bring on the T side Inferno op. Not always easy.
Rarely is easy. Seldom used. Especially an opera of Wiz's style. I wouldn't think he's too inclined to bring it out, yet here we are. Open hand. Challenge the likes of Pendulum. Like the call. Fluffy AIMERS finally on the board, but can actually convert it into more, or will it be a flash in the pants? The big question. Did it at least keep it convincing? Or they let the bomb plant down? Jason, I like this call. Aggressive with the op. Toe. Wiz, though, wins that. What a very interesting angle. Jason, though, will double down in response and get to boot. That maintains the advantage. The issue is he's now on an island alone towards A, and Arcade isolates him. Good kill. Sacrifice totally unawares. Micro up towards Arch unexpected. Player bottom mid is spotted. Doesn't kill. In fact, Micro's on a hater. Tubble in the round for the last alive. Sure, he's had impact in this one thus far, but a 1v3 seems near impossible given the heater that Micro is on. He's going to try. He's going to go to the smoke. Spotted. Taken down by Seth to the edge of the box. And Carpe Diem do successfully isolate that round. The victory here in round number 6. Carpe Diem.
This is huge.
It's huge. This is the exact same start we saw in the first match.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this is essentially where the one team was just coming in, guns blazing, starting things off. And yeah, I mean, Carpe Diem are now the ones doing it. And like we talked about, we said, Micro would be a really good addition to any team. And, despite the double team kill, I mean, he's still top fragging right now in the server and also on his team. So this is huge. He's been able to find some really good opportunity to get some groundwork done.
Yeah, again, I feel like even with a double kill like that from Micro, you can tell the comms are still goofy. They're still riding the of it, for sure.
Yeah, especially with his personality. He's a funny guy, so he definitely... I'm sure they made light of it too.
Yeah, you were on with him a bit on the on the close qualifier for the RMR, I should say.
I was.
So you have had some interaction with him as well.
Did? Oh wow, Wiz actually committing to that fight.
He's the selfless entry.
Yeah, and the utility actually kind of pushed them back a little bit, so he was kind of committed and he couldn't turn back. But they do get in the side again. These CTs are close. Everybody's rotating through now. There's no lurk coming in from the T's, so this is just going to be that 4-on-4. Not going to be easy for the AWP, and I have a little bit of utility still, so they can get some groundwork, but this is not easy.
That's not. I could be told to the op as well. It's going to be an added thorn in their side. Jason, though, let's stop him. Hebdo trades Micro again. An ever-present threat. Intro does find one in the MP9, but Micro should be ace in the hole. One secured, the second has an MP9. This should be free for Micro. He's going to pull out the knife for good measure. You'll hear Pendulum heading for the hills. Desperately trying to save that off. Micro flashing in. Finds some damage. Wants the kill. No, instead he'll fall trying to get away from that bomb radius, but Pendulum will also fall by extension. 6-1 for Carpe Diem, taking down all 5, dropping that op. Also very important. That might force Fluffy AIMERS to save going into round number 8. And as I said, I do go for some investments.
Yeah, this is huge though. But even again, like Micro just kind of thing with them there. Like you said, the extension of the bomb taking out, the offer. This was important because, I mean, he doesn't even need the frag. I mean, it's just gonna be huge because that op can't be saved. So now they have the M4s with Lyricity and MP9, and the utility again. It's not terrible. I mean, 4 smoke, the 4 double flash, or the 4 flashes, but not the really best utility. And now these seats are actually gonna get a bit more aggressive. A nice deep smoke coming in, so Intra's already gained some great real estate. But it's a question of what his teammates going to be able to do for him. That is another smoke available for the deep banana control. But Carpe Diem, man, I think the way we've seen them play so far, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised just kind of barrel through in the bracket right now.
I feel like they're just barreling through. They have so much confidence in the way they play. Seb holding for this flank. He knows the AIMERS are getting desperate, but that walk-in, that phase. Micro's still looking for it, but not as aggressive. They line up. He only gets 1. Lots of damage though. Lake dropping Intra. Arcade across the map as well. Drops one on the other side of a second smoke in middle. So it looked like a big opportunity to find an advantage off some aggression. Blows up in their faces. Fluffy AIMERS 3 versus 4. Jason might not be on this world either. Alone over towards truck side.
Yeah, nice one coming in from Lake too. Again, taking out Sacrifice. That's a big player to remove. Jason trying to get a little bit more aggressive, trying to equalize things, get some players down, but not going to happen at all. And Pendulum now by himself just has to retreat to get out of here. There's no chance on this. Retaking the A site is not an easy thing to do. And man, Carpe Diem have come in with 7-1. Nate, this is madness.
Brazil
I mean,
scoreline.
Yeah, exactly. You said it, not me. I was just like, ugh, but man, it's funny because like we were talking, you know, Fluffy Aimers came in really well on Vertigo, and I thought Inferno would be harder, but it's really kind of proven that's not the case at all, obviously.
Yeah, when you have your substitute fragging as he is, with a person out case, he can definitely take over the server. And that is definitely what he's doing here. Pendulum, the last alive, is going to live. Towards C spawn, no one's even close. They're all looking towards B instead. 7-1 though, one single rifle saved, next to no money. Fluffy Aimers can try to, again, get something together in terms of a scraggy buy, but should go for the half, and that's what they'll do. 5-7 for Learsy. MP9s for Jason and Sacrifice. Intra, also a 5-7 to round out the investment. They have the kit, as utility, they have the hero rifle, but again, individuals far quiet for Fluffy Aimers, while Carpe Diem obnoxiously loud.
Well, we've seen a position like this before where a team had, you know, not the best inventory of guns and they bring back around, but we're going to have to see something huge from Fluffy Aimers. And we just haven't been able to find any players that have been able to get some pretty insane rounds, except for, I feel like, kind of Sacrifice, in my opinion. But we'll see in this one. Back to a 2-3, and the rotates are coming in. Lear's even kind of recommitting to this, so now making it a 3-2 committed. Oh, and they're actually giving up banana? Oh, yeah, they got a bite on. Oh, and they actually are committed to this. This is going to be a brawl, man. This is going to be a full fight here. Bracket control here for Carpe Diem, but the nice thing about this, they can pull out anytime they want. Don't even have to commit to this.
Other avenues open. The issue is Fluffy Aimers are playing right on site, so Carpe Diem don't know it's a stack as of yet. Is worried about it, but they're stuck in a kill box now. The 5-7s come in, rain down from both sides, leaving just Seb. Got a quiet map. Not been struggling by any means, but he hasn't had to be the one to answer the call. And then a 1v3 with those weapons on the ground, it seems near impossible, especially at that checkpoint. A second at last secured, again, echoing similarities to the first map, or to the first best of one, I should say, where Carpe Diem finally get another round on the board thanks to pistols.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. I said it, and I was like, well, maybe not, surely. And yeah, it does happen. So anything's possible. We've learned that already. But a big round for Fluffy Aimers, much needed. I mean, we're getting closer and closer to the end of the first half, and AWP's back out again. So the off-and-off duel will happen. And Carpe Diem, I was a little bit surprised on that last play. Like, just seemed so focused and, you know, committed to bracket. They wanted it, but I don't know why, but that's okay. That was some of the that we had, you know, resulting in the lack of Wilco. Now they're going to re-aggress into bracket again. It's a nice double stacker on top of mini roof, and Jason gets things started. And Carpe Diem, they have a decision to make if they want to fall back now. Lots of time.
Plenty of time. Far less passive on Inferno when compared to Vertigo. And I like this look a lot more from them. Wiz, op in hand, is going to be the spear point towards Banana, and he might have Hopper's duel. He won it over towards the long haul, I believe, twice earlier in this half. I know him is holding a very niche angle. Corner angle, in fact. Seb walks and he's dead. Lineup. He got 1.5. Wiz got it through the back. That's a lot of damage done. What? He finds it another on micro overextending. Jace drops arcade. Wiz is the last. 15 HP. Op in hand in a full 5 to contend with. This round is all but certainly Fluffy Aimers at this stage.
Unless we see the most insane round from Wiz here with 15 HP and gets multi-kills to get out of a really bad situation. Look at, like, you can already see interest is leading. Jason's going to be close on by to assist as well. Oh, it's a nice shot from Wiz, but can he get out of this still? Maybe, but Fluffy Aimers, they now know exactly where he is. They should be hunting this. They have some money, but no, actually going to stay committed. And I can't believe it. Wiz actually does get... I thought he was gone.
It's very surprising. Jason's even on the hunt. Won't get the kill. 3-7. At long last, securing 2 in a row. Still a long way to go, however. And Carpe Diem have at least another buy on deck. Not sure what Micro and Seb are going to have. Micro goes for a Galil. Seb probably go for a Galil or a Mac 10, perhaps. Maybe a shotgun. Nope, Galil in hand as well. Fluffy AIMERS, they can win this round. They should have a 5th by extension, and that would be a remarkable comeback given what was at one point a 7-1 score in favor of Carpe Diem.
Yeah, that nice lead. I mean, now this is the exact same thing that we saw in the first game that happened earlier on, right? I mean, this is where, the other team was able to back some rounds and, kind of make it a bit more competitive. Fluffy AIMERS are starting to get a little bit more of their footing. A double stack here on lane once again. They did it the round previous, so I wonder if they're going to be expecting it twice in a row. You never do. This could either be genius or not. That's the question. It's Lake that's going to contest it too.
There's no skybox about that innate offense anymore to clear it out, so it becomes far more difficult to contend with. Sacrifice finds the opening on the Lake. You mentioned he would be the point man out from Boiler. Taken down rather easily as well. 5/4 secured, and Carpe Diem might be shifting gears towards B. It'll be the right call. Fluffy AIMERS have been leaving one player here consistently, leaving just the op to defend.
Yeah, it's starting to look like a little bit of overthinking now. The op's actually starting to creep out here. Wiz actually does get the better of it, so that's a good duel to win. Now Learsy by himself in this B site. Sacrifice does pick up a little consolation prize, but the bomb's not going to come toward Learsy. Needing to find multi-kills. 20 seconds remain. They haven't cleared it. Goes for a swing. He's able to find it. Now there's a problem here, Carpe Diem. They have to clear out this position, but he's able to find a second as well. Wiz now needing to fall back again and save the AUP. There is not a hope in hell he's be able to find this, and there we go. Fluffy AIMERS come up from a play of Learsy to get themselves a 4th. I can't believe we're in this position again.
I believe this is the exact scoreline. The last half was swung back by Fluffy AIMERS on Vertigo to put it at an 8-4. Now it could be the exact same for Carpe Diem heading into the final round of this first half. Inferno. By though, going to be scrappy. The scrappiest we've seen thus far for Carpe Diem on this second map. Going to be 2 Tech 9s and 2 mechs surrounding the op. Desperate, but it could force them to get more aggressive. And again, when Carpe Diem were aggressive and confident, that's when they were most dangerous.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if they're starting to overthink a little bit too, and that's something I'm wondering here from the Carpe Diem side. We talked about the IGL being removed. Fluffy AIMERS have been able to get themselves second wind at least. So everything's down to this. Last round of the first half we go. All best of 1. Tech 9s with an up. Oh, Lake's just going to run on in. He's got to decide on what he wants to throw first. Oh, Wiz, okay. Starts things off. Nicely done. Will they be able to find Jason? He's got the high ground. Oh, he's made his presence known, but it's 2. And finally, nice little bit of reply coming back. Bodies are hitting the floor. Sacrifice just waiting in the back of the site. Takes down the bomb carrier. And there it is. Sacrifice finds 2. That's going to be the end of the first half. We'll see you after break.
was a very solid start for Carpe Diem, petered out towards the tail end of the first half. We are now in the second. There on the CT side, and I am Pineapple Phillips, joined by Laz. Carpe Diem, a pair of dualies for Lake and Seb, the norm. Fluffy Aimers, anything but the norm. In fact, going for a full set of Kevlar across the board.
Oh, yeah. Giddy up, partner. We'll see what is going to happen. I love seeing the double dualies, man. I love this meta, you know? It's fun. It's exciting. You know, Boggs was here. He'd be licking his lips right now.
He's always doing that, though.
That is true, yeah. And then he says something Star Wars, you know, but we already know that, too.
Something Star Wars, something Lord of the Rings, or something even more esoteric that I don't know and awkward to try to dance around.
You and me both, brother. But, you know, either way, things we do know is Fluffy Aimers have really hit the brake. They're just kind of weighing things out. They're getting a feeler. And Jason, he's now figured out, okay, there's some players close on Sandbag here. I don't like this. He's just going to fight. He's actually getting some info. He get a frag. He will not. And Carpe Diem, they pick up 3. They pick up 4. And it's over.
It's over. Not a, no, they did a total of 13 damage in the round, excuse me. It's Seb.
Kind of reminds me of my Face of Pugs. Yep.
Yeah, you said they hit the brakes. I'd argue that they were in park. First round of the half, didn't move for a solid 40 seconds, got 0 kills. I would argue they're still in park. They might even be reversed. They might have regressed from what was a resurgence in that first half because that was anything but successful. No bomb plant, no kills, no roads, no nothing to show for it. Carpe Diem again back at the driver's seat, 8-5, reestablishing some semblance of their former lead, and now looking to cement it with a quick round here. The M4 speaking down the middle. We're seeing that confidence reach its head once more. Carpe Diem gonna make this switch. There are some invested pistols that make it a little bit spooky. Those deagles are we talking about. Intra finding one, being a FAMAS. Should be hard pressed to even get a bomb plant at this stage. 2 versus 4 makes things rather dire for the B side.
Yeah. This ain't great. This is tough. And I mean, the fact that we talked about this before, obviously, but Carpe Diem now being on the CT side, I feel like it can relieve a little bit of that pressure, you know, despite their situation that they're in with the roster. But now, I mean, this is where Fluffy Aimers, they have a long road ahead of them. It's 2-on-4 Deagles, no utility left at all. This is about Deagles hitting heads, and that's not an easy thing to do. CTs are split the 2-and-2. Under a minute. Oh, smoke criminal? Oh, yeah. Do it. Oh, Learsy. Oh, no. And it's over again, Nate.
Done and dusted. Rather clean, the FAMAS. Boggs would say it's better now. It's still bad. I would argue the MP9 is far more serviceable, especially when played over towards B. So not too much lost, all things considered, for the C side of Carpe Diem. They are now slowly waltzing their way towards what could be a victory on this second half of the evening. 3 M4 A1Ss, 2 MP9s. This is a full fleet of AKs and lackluster utility. 2 flashes, 2 smokes, and 1 Molotov is all that Fluffy Aimers have going into round number 2.
Oh, and look at this control too from the CTs. They actually just arrow down Banana with the MP9s. That was perfectly executed in my opinion. I mean, the fact that they're able to put on that pressure just like that, taking down Jason and also doing over, 50 damage? This is insane. That's a good start, and now they have the man advantage. They can just sit back, looking pretty again, and making even more of a problem here for Fluffy Aimers.
Massive thorn in their side. Not to mention, they're not even decided Micro took like no damage. Micro does take more, but he deals even more. Intra taken down by a flurry of bullets to the nose. Seb now combining fire. Not even required necessarily. Micro would have probably gotten that kill in spite of stealing it. Pendulum and Sacrifice, the final 2 in the round. One's top Banana, one's falling back alt middle. They both have AKs. They have no utility. They only have 50 seconds, and they have no control to show for it. The MP9s, we said it can be deadly, but I did not expect that kind of showing from Micro and Seb. At this point, they just wait out the time because it's going to be a save, and then Seb can press, grab AK towards top Banana, and from there, Carpe Diem, 3 rounds separate them from victory on Inferno.
Yeah, I love the way that, again, that Carpe Diem are able to utilize the MP9s. The timing was perfect. The utility, it just allowed them to get through that halfway point on Banana. And banana control is so important on this map, right? I mean, it just can cut off so much of the real estate. And the fact that, Carpe Diem is able to do that so convincingly, it's just huge. And Micro finding that double kill, just adding more cash here in bank, which is just making it better. Because even if they lose the next round, I mean, they're going to have an op that's available. So boy, oh boy, Fluffy Aimers, they haven't a timeout yet. I'm kind of thinking good. I mean, we're talking double digits now. Lake, oh good grief, a little bit deep waters, but that's okay.
Seb gets no upgrade either. Maybe their weapons were dropped out of the map and I hadn't noticed.
Look at
Have
the
we
cash.
seen a timeout this game?
I don't think we've seen enough timeout. I think there was that one tech issue, which I think
that was on
Pendulum is
yeah.
disconnected.
Yep.
That was it though.
No timeouts is very
We're doing
peculiar.
speedruns.
We are doing speedruns, and you know what? I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Already had enough technical. Don't need more.
Good start though. The good changes back in fourth here. Wiz actually does able to find that duel with the off, but it takes a lot of damage. And now the Galils, surprisingly, are coming in. And Seb's only able to find that one with the M4. And these CTs now, I think this is going to be an instant save because look at the positioning they're in. The bomb's already in the site. I mean, they have tons of utility, but again, they aren't even remotely close to the site. And I think this is the right call.
Yeah, they have an op at a 2v3. Even given the weapons, a 2v3 in general towards Banana is just not favorable. Most teams, when they're that far away, would already call the save. The up cements it for sure, especially with the Wiz as low as he is at 30 HP. So 6-10, Fluffy Aimers finally on the board. They'll keep 3 players up with AKs. That should help their T-side economy. Carpe Diem can dip into the coffers, but they don't have a lot of money to work with. Wiz can drop a rifle, Arcade can drop a rifle. Seb might have to do with what he's got.
I just can't believe Seb didn't get a multi-kill in that kind of a position, right? I mean, it's just a tough angle to play that like quick connector piece, right? When you kind of go for the diggle. Yeah, I was thinking he maybe would have been able to find 2 there. That could really change things around, but yeah, it's just a one and done. Now look at the money. I talked about they were floating green and not the case anymore. And they're going to force up around this. I like this play, though. MP9's coming back out. Another 4, actually, so just a singular SMG.
Yeah, and they still have good utility. They have the kits. Helmet's not required. Like, made the right call there. Looks good for Carpe Diem. As good as it did before. And Wiz, op in hand, could go for the other opening. There's no op to challenge. He's going to go peek out middle with that Molotov down bottom mid. Fortunately, no one's pressuring that way, though. Only a player all the way back in towards the halls. So Fluffy Aimers will avoid that first trap.
Oh, that's a great nade. I was wondering if Micro was going to be out of there in time, but I think he peeked the wrong moment. Takes a huge nade, already down to 50 damage. Another nade doing more damage here. The utility usage is huge right now for Fluffy Aimers. Finally getting some groundwork. Look at that. 1-2. Yes, please. Wiz now coming in aggressively with this off. Trying to be the difference maker. And now he pops open the smoke. But he's a little bit too slow on it. Fluffy Aimers are just going to bombard the site again. Carpe Diem, a tough decision if they want to commit to this. He gets a no-scope?
It's a no-scope. Nade over the smoke finds a second. This is exemplary from Arcade. Finally answering back against those suffocating spams through the smoke we saw on Vertigo. This round's been turned on its head. Lake's on a tiny flank. Pendulum and Sacrifice are now in the man disadvantage situation. There's a Lake coming in for Sacrifice. It's a lot. Pendulum starts things off right. A first secure player in the cubby. Should have him dead right. That will be the bomb, and that will be the round. It has to be at this stage. Sacrifice is the last, but do they realize he's in this flank? That's the question. When do they figure it out? 20 seconds left. He has to rather quick here as the last remaining member. Oh, takes the shot. That should be the round. 14 seconds left. Not a chance at this stage unless he really makes this clean and quick. And he won't even pass the first hurdle. Wiz finds the op shot. Wiz having a solid second match. Well, might I add, at 13. Catch Micro. Carpe Diem only 2 away from securing Inferno.
No, I'm so glad you brought that up too, because I was just gonna say that, like, we made a comment about, Verto, the ops weren't really doing much. We were saying on Inferno, T side, Wiz wasn't really able to find too much, but the CT side, we finally get to see that triple kill coming into full effect, which was something I think they needed. So it's great to see that he pulls up some critical duels. The first two were insane. I mean, that was a no-scope and then a kill through the smoke as well. So, I mean, a moment for him to step up. That was the perfect timing for it.
Perfect time to essentially close this game out. Rented the bomb plant. Economy of Fluffy Aim now teetering on a nice edge. They've had to reinvest as best they can. But again, they're lacking utility. They only have 3 AKs, a MAC-10, and a Galil. Carpe Diem have a near full investment with that one SMG on Seb. And we've already seen how capable that SMG can be in his hands.
Now Fluffy AIMERS kind of just going back for bracketable, just kind of, you know, again, defaulting things out, double swinging in right now from Carpe Diem, and Lake's actually pushing good pressure, but it's about to throw the flash, but Lake, he's only able to find that one, so now the advantage comes in for Fluffy AIMERS with the 4-on-3. Is given its presence here. Smoke coming in, so Wiz now gonna have to reposition himself. It's a beautiful shot, but he gets removed quick. Still, Fluffy AIMERS leading this charge. Oh my goodness, Intra. Nice little one-tap Reno and Seb with an MP9. No real estate, really. This is asking a lot.
They have no money in the bank. He's going to save the rifle, but what are they going to do around it? They're going to try to go for maybe some pistol, but even that might seem like too much of an investment. They'll probably just full save in this round with one hero rifle to try and find something. Fluffy AIMERS staying alive. 7-11 will be the score. They might even hunt down this rifle. That would really hurt them. Really hurt Carpe Diem, excuse me, going into what would be round number 19.
Yeah, this hunt is kind of important too, because if Seb doesn't survive, okay, I think he's going to be fine. But yeah, it's going to be a question about the money situation, right? I mean, this is everybody sitting at that low 2000s. You an arcade with 1500. I want to know what they want to work with. Oh, make 7 on the board. Yeah, they're going all in. I mean, I think they realize they're on the double loss right now, so they're going to have to just force up. But even if Micro can find 1 or 2 kills, I mean, fucking some serious cash coming back in quickly. That's going to be paid off fast.
Yeah. It's going towards banana as well. It's the right spot.
Oh, yeah. Little opponent alone spot.
Not up close. It's not maybe when the Molotov subsides, he'll go for it. Snade the double stack towards the corner instead. He'll be fine. He's playing the opponent alone position. Nade as well. Any chip is welcome for that shotgun. It can be very fickle to kills with.
Oh, I'm nervous for him. Yeah, there we go. Oh, look at that one. I haven't seen that in a long time, too.
Heat. He's bringing the heat. He's cooking. Let him go.
Oh,
Never mind.
no, you jinxed it!
They were already boosted up. Okay, I just didn't notice. That is very unfortunate.
So much hype, and now it's gone. And a full remaining, a smoke with a HE and a flash. That's all remaining here for the CT side utility. 1 kit. And that kit is all the way towards CT here. So it is close to buy the X coming in here from Fluffy AIMERS. Seb does find himself a little bit of a jiggle here. Does find that exchange, but now the CTs, they have to get themselves rotate here from the A side. Seb's still fighting this. Oh, look at that Fluffy AIMERS. They're out of here. Oh, this is so terrible right now. Fluffy AIMERS are losing bodies in arcade. He's able to find himself some big kill. So now he can get back in a better position.
They're in a very random spot, and they should know he's towards halls. That's the issue. On low HP, he'll struggle to find even one more. They know he's in halls. They know. They're waiting for it. Arcade, embassy swing, pendulum, and the meanwhile holding arch finds one. It's chaos as Seb gets into the site, but Jason drops arcade, leaving just Seb on site to try and find something. He'll get one, but he won't steal away the round. Just a brief blip on the radar. 8-11, 3 rounds separating these teams, and again, we're not at map point yet for Carpe Diem. This could still be a Fluffy AIMERS map without overtime required if they can win 5 in a row.
Yeah, this is starting to be a little problematic, right? I mean, when we talk about, you know, teams that, you know, have a big lead and now it's starting to creep back in, and this is where it gets a little bit scary, but I mean, this is just going to be a pretty much a nade round. They're just going to push down mid. They're going to hope for the best. Do a bit of a speed run. Yeah, not much to expect here. So Fluffy AIMERS, again, on paper, should be able to fast 9th pretty fast. Maybe 1 kill, maybe 2 here with the pistols. Not looking great. Arcade going right back into halls where he was before. A little deja vu, I guess. But he might be able to find this kill. Lear C. And he doesn't even do that. Oh, man. Okay, 5 alive around here, Nate. This is a good start. And now Carpe Diem, they got some cash going. Not great for an op, obviously not enough money, but this is a big moment for them to get at least on that match point.
Yeah, this gives them a very good amount of momentum. It's definitely Carpe Diem. Should be playing a little bit more passive. As you can tell, they're going for a half buy. Fluffy AIMERS should be given a 10th. That's 1 away from tying it up. This comeback is looking a lot more substantive now, a lot more possible.
Oh. What do we see here, Nate? Having a 4-1, I like this. Good gamble, like you talked about before. I mean, when you're kind of on the lighter purchases, why not, right? Go for a nice little clean flip. Didn't work out for, but we'll see if it can work out this time. Maybe Fluffy AIMERS will go back. They'll go back to A. They'll be like, you know what? I got a bad feeling about B. Let's just retreat. Let's get out of here.
Heck out of dodge. I like this measured play from Fluffy AIMERS, though. Slowing down, waiting for someone to get aggressive. They know the buy is low. They don't want to punt this away. Made the right read this far. Straight income back 10. Bullets exchange. Lear's very low. He'll survive. And Fluffy AIMERS have made the right call. It's going to be a B-site plant pendulum through the smoke. Try micro CT. That's unfortunate. At this point, they're fighting for scraps. Could probably save some Kevlar as to Arcade and Zeb. This round is already a Fluffy AIMERS one at this point. 10-11 should be the score, barring some zany hijinks from Lake and Arcade.
Yeah, this could be really nice for Lake to be able to find maybe a quick kill, an exit here in this kind of position. In Arcade, I was thinking if he could have gone out of that, that could have been nice with the AK, but not going to. Now double digits coming in for Fluffy AIMERS, so they have been able to bring back consecutive rounds. So this is starting to get real tight, but now we're going to have full gun round coming through. Carpe Diem, tons of cash being spent here. Like both these teams spending 28 grand. There's a lot of investment in here. This is scary.
It's scary. Best way to put it. Anybody's map at this stage. If you told me that at the end of the first half, I would have laughed at you. Even a couple rounds prior, I would have laughed at you. Yet, Fluffy AIMERS showing us that they have the mental fortitude required to come back from the brink. Wiz now has an op, as Pendulum both trying their hand at the green, of course, as we talked about, Wiz having solid success thus far. There's a time for Micro to reassert himself as the monster he was in that first half. It would be now. As we talked about, Carpe Diem have been forced back into a respectful or standard setup on the CT side. Pendulum is going to accept that with a kill against the opping Wiz. Seb only good for 1. Taken out by that pug punishing utility you talked about before. 3 versus 4. A retake from CT spawn. They might even call it quits here unless they find a kill on the crossing.
Well, that's a sick lineup. Pop open the smoke. Doesn't work out here, though, for Lake. He does some good damage. Inch was really low. That bomb's exposed, and that's great. The bomb's not even down. Still 50 seconds. Lots of time here. Carpe Diem. They're starting to get the kill feed in their favor. So all of a sudden, things have switched around, and I don't even know what's going on. People are going through smokes. This is nuts. Lake, he doesn't smoke the player above. Leaving it down to Lear C on a clutch situation. He's been able to do this before. Can he do it now? A 1-on-3 turning into a 1-on-2. The players swing together, and there we go. Match point finally coming through here for Carpe Diem somehow, some way, and we'll see if they can get across the finish line.
It's better late than never, but their feet was fully invested. They only have 2 surviving. Sure, they get the op at least for Wiz, but their buy is going to be compromised for this final round, whereas Fluffy AIMERS have built up a major economy behind them. Buy is better than I'd expected, but still that glaring compromise on Seb. The MP9 than a rifle. Again, it can do damage, but you definitely would rather have a rifle at this stage, because if you lose this round, your economy is sent tumbling, and from there, we are very likely going to overtime.
Yeah, so much riding on this for so many reasons, but I don't know even now. I mean, the op's still out here for the T side. Instead, Banana Control is actually giving up a little bit here from the CT side of Carpe Diem. They don't contest this. They kind of just play really passive. They don't even want to contest on the sandbag. I like this adjustment, though. They haven't been successful. So at least they got the good read on that. 3-2 set coming in from Carpe Diem. Wiz just locking things off in lane. He might be able to find something here. At least Lircio was worried that he was going to get a bit aggressive, but the Molly now stops off any more aggression.
I like the setup as well. Carpe Diem making a big adjustment. Double up to CT spawn for B. Micro down below and step up top on the MP9. Combined with the triple stack towards truck side. One top porch, one bottom, and holding the balcony. It's a big adjustment. Could definitely pay off. So we've seen a lot of battles take place towards that truck side, and putting all of your manpower there can definitely off. 1, 2, 3. A double with the op. Wiz still swinging as well. Instead, it's just Lake to find the second, leaving Sacrifice as what could be just a sacrificial lamb. 13-10. Carpe Diem bring it back. It was anything but pretty in the end, but they do get it across the line to split the best of ones of the evening. One in favor of Fluffy AIMERS and one in favor of Carpe Diem.
Yeah, it's a very interesting night for us, right? We were talking a lot about this. We were thinking like, hey, Fluffy AIMERS in the beginning, we thought, hey, Carpe Diem is going to have this,